I'd like some honest answers on unemployment. Does anybody else remember when the stimulus bill was being pushed? We had a congressman claiming that we were a few hours away from complete and total collapse. And then the president himself said this.
Our nation will sink deeper into a crisis that at some point we may not be able to reverse.
Wow. A perpetual crisis. That sounded pretty bad to me. Do you remember when he said it? Well, we all looked around and said, well, you've got to pass that stimulus bill. Oh, no, we got to do it. We got to pass it by Friday. The administration also promised America that unemployment would not go over 8% if we passed the bill. You remember that? In fact, lucky for you, we keep these things. They released a little chart. Here's the chart, if we can bring it up. Yeah. If we don't do anything, if we don't pass this by Friday, this is what's going to happen. We don't have, with this kind of unemployment we're going to have, America. But if on Friday we pass the stimulus bill and you act now and you stop with the politics of the past, this is what's going to happen to unemployment. Yeah, that's what they'd say would happen if we didn't pass the stimulus bill. Doing nothing was this was the worst case scenario, remember? Instead, we're going to do this. So we wouldn't have our nation, what was it he said? Sink into a crisis that we wouldn't be able to reverse. So we did something. Exactly what he wanted us to do. The cost, $1 trillion. And here is what happened. Whoa. 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 Seems to me, but what do I know? Seems to me if we keep doing what they tell us to do and give them exactly what they ask, gosh, we just might sink into a deeper crisis that at some point we may not be able to reverse. But the icing on the insanity cake comes from the president himself. When he noticed this chart and said, uh-oh, that's not looking good, he said this.
Nobody understood what the depths of this recession were going to look like.
No, I'm sorry. What? Nobody understood? Didn't he just say that America would be in an irreversible crisis if we didn't pass the stimulus? And then nobody knew it would be this bad. I'm not an audiologist, but it kind of sounds sort of like you knew. I mean, unless you know something worse than an irreversible crisis. Okay. So there's unemployment. We're now at 10.2%.